Hi, you all. How you guys doing? I apologize for posting the live reading so late. If you want me to be honest, I was not sure that I was going to be able to make it tonight. To be honest. So thank you guys for being patient. All right. Today has been a challenging day. And I pray that you all are doing well. Okay. Hey, it's Queen. I've got you first on the free reading list. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Larissa. I have you second on the free reading list. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Arabian Princess. Thank you so much for joining me. I have you here on the list. If you guys can't see this, let me know. Tiana, if I'm mispronouncing your name, I apologize. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Christine, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Vin. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're well. You guys, I'm all the way at the top, so I apologize if I'm not responding to your comments. Hey, Marlene. Thank you so much for joining me. Christine, I have you. Hey, Yanni. I have you on the list. Hey, Golden Moon. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I have you on the list. Hey, Carol. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Cinnamon Toast Toasty. Thank you also so much for joining me. Afea, welcome. Jelly, hey, welcome. Hey, Sage. Hey, Sharonda, thank you so much for your donation. You submitted a donation before I even posted if I was what the theme would be tonight. I truly appreciate that. I've got you first on the list. Hey, Seba, hey, welcome. Hey, Ty, hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, Ty. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Miranda. Thank you so much for joining me. Sage, I've got you on the list. Carol, I've got you on the list. How do you donate? If you would like to submit a donation, the links to both PayPal and the Cash App are in the description of the video for a donation. Oh gosh, I lost it. Hey, brother. Okay, there we go. Ty, Seba, Sage, Carol, Ruby. Hey, Sade. Look what I have. I just want you to know that this right here, I've waited all week to open this. I've not opened it. I just took it out of the wrapper. And I'm so excited. And this is the best part of today, literally. I can't wait to open this. Thank you so much, I have you I have you, Raven, on the donation list. Thank you so much. Uh, for those of you who are new, and for those of you who are returning, please do thumbs up this video. And if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe and turn on your notification bell. My Thursday readings are theme-based. I am not doing specific questions. If you have a specific question that needs answering or clarification, you will have to book a private reading through my website, and that is also in the description of the video. Tyrod, Carol, Ruby, Miranda, Lachelle. Hey, Lachelle. Oh, gosh. Lachelle. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. Wow. Hey, Lucille. Sharonda asked if I was okay. The theme of tonight's reading is test of faith. And that's what my whole day has been, a test of faith. And I'm here. Hey, Lucille. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Maria. Maria, you asked a specific question about your case. I would be more than welcome to give you the clarification through tarot. I just do not do that during the live readings. Send me a message on social media or email, or you can book a private reading directly from my website. Yes, Lachelle, you can still donate. Hey, Shawnee. And I'm still catching up on the comments. So if you submitted a donation and you're on the free list, I haven't moved you over because I haven't gotten to that comment yet. Thank you guys for being patient with me. Queen, I have you. Hey, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining me. Radiant Princess, I have you. Hey, Jennifer. Oh gosh, I'm beyond it. But I'm sure people have donated. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Positive for Life. I did get your email, and thank you for your suggestions. I will implement the things in your email, Positive for Life. Starting in June. I want to do an official announcement before I make some changes. Sade, I got your donation. Raven, I got your donation. Thank you very much. Maya, hey, welcome. Okay. I've got 23 people in the room. I'm going to close my list soon. I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Thank you guys for bearing with me. On Facebook. Raven, okay. Maya, Mrs. Suggested Jennifer. Hey, Marlene. Did I do the ritual? I have not performed the ritual. It is going to be a chakra strengthening for the throat chakra, which happens after the new moon. You have to wait into that energy. So I will be burning my candle by this weekend. Tuesday is really the best day to do blue candles, but I'm not going to wait until Tuesday. But I did have to wait until after the waning moon energy. Okay, Jennifer, I have you. Carol, Talisha. Hey, Talisha. Thank you so much for your donation. I have you on the list. Hey, Kennedy. Maria, I can put you on the list for a general reading. If you need to ask a specific question, you'll have to book a private reading. Kennedy, I have you on the free reading list. Okay. Shawnee, I'll move you over. If you submitted a donation, you do not need to stay here. Effective in June, I will not be doing my extended readings during the live. I'll have a new process to make this faster for us all. Shawnee, I have you on the donation list. Ty, I'll move you over to the donation list. Kennedy, Ty, Talisha, Jennifer. Jennifer, I have you on the free reading list. Yes, Ruby Crush Jewelry for custom jewelry. Chelsea, I'll put you on the list. Hey, Marie, I'll put you on the list if you're here. Mrs. Lisa. No, it is not. It is not too late to donate. I was not sure if I was going to even be here tonight, you all. It has been a testing day for me. But I wanted being here with you guys is healing for me also. And I didn't want to disappoint you, so I'm gonna push through. But it's been a trying day. Okay, I have the list as best as I can. If you cannot see it, let me know. If your name is not there and you submitted a donation, please do let me know. Otherwise, as of 9:15 p.m., I'm closing both my extended donor list and free reading list. If you've already submitted a donation, I will honor that. Otherwise, both lists are going to be closed. I'm over on my free reading list already within the first 15 minutes. So let me officially introduce myself. Hi, you guys. Welcome. For those of you who are new or returning, my name is Brother Rory, aka 𝙏𝙚 𝙁𝙖, and this is my free weekly live reading, WWYO, Words with Your 𝙏𝙚. And the theme of tonight's reading is Test of Faith. We will be entering in the Mercury Retrograde shadow period on Tuesday. And if you were one of the lucky people like myself who were born during Mercury Retrograde, the shadow period affects you the most. Pre and post shadow, you get it harder. So I am already feeling the effects of the upcoming Mercury retrograde, and I'm using this energy to do this reading. So tonight's reading is going to be your test of faith, how you're going to be tested during the Mercury retrograde energy, and your chakra healing, what chakra you need to work on during this time. For those of you who have submitted a donation, thank you so very much. You do not have to stay here. If you are here when I call your name, great. If you are not, I will be sending you your private link reading, but you will get your extended reading with the results of the chakra healing work that you do. So, and Lisa donated. Okay, Lisa, thank you very much. This is a free reading. All I ask in exchange for my energy is that you are patient, as you all always are, and that you are courteous to people in the comments, as well as liking this video, subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and that you, again, continue to be patient. Let's move Lisa here. I'm going to do the first 5 people on my extended list and then move over to the free reading list. And I will be doing the alternation as we go if you are new. But first, I'll have to open this gift from Ruby Crush Crafts. I got my Sun, Moon, and Rising bracelets. Oh, gosh, that's so pretty. So my Scorpio bracelet, I don't know if y'all can see this. I have my Scorpio bracelet. I'm Scorpio Sun. And it is gorgeous. Gosh, Sade. Oh my gosh. And look, it says optimist. I'm trying so hard. Wow, this is beautiful. This is my Sagittarius bracelet. I'm a Sagittarius moon. Oh my gosh. Wow, these are really comfortable too. They won't come off when I'm shuffling my cards. Wow, this is pretty. Oh my goodness. Look at that, y'all. And I'm Cancer rising. Imaginative. Oh, these are beautiful. Oh, I love them so much. Let me pull this one up so y'all can see. And I have other gifts here too. It says worker. That's what I'm doing right now. Light worker. Oh, blessed Sunday. Ruby Crush Crafts, you guys. You have to follow her. She's also an amazing clairvoyant as well. So, P-Love, thank you so much for your donation. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll check back in with you all after I can finish my first 5 people on the extended list. Sharonda, let's go ahead and look into your Mercury retrograde test of faith energy. In tarot, how you will be tested during this period, the chakra you need to be working on, as well as the lesson that you'll need to learn in order to overcome your challenges, and for your donation, the results of your healing work. There may need to be some some heart chakra healing work done. Oh yes. Oh yes. Ooh, where is she? Sharonda, are you here? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Let's get started with your reading. Sharonda, how you will be tested during the Mercury retrograde period is represented by the energy of the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Ace of Cups. It literally a test of faith. Seven of Pentacles is exactly that. It is faith that whatever you are investing your hard work and energy in, especially as it relates to your physical health, family, and your career, that you will get what you deserve. A Seven of Pentacles is the card of patience, and it is a 7, which in numerology represents spirituality and faith. With that Ace of Cups, this is a renewal of this self-love and the sense of self-worth that you have for yourself, and you are learning during this patient period of Mercury retrograde, as you revisit these triggers connected to your heart chakra, on how to love yourself unconditionally. There's some results in the career and family field for your hard work during that time. The chakra you need to work on during the Mercury retrograde period is third eye chakra, and the lesson that you need to learn is perseverance. And this is literally my most favorite word in the world. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. That third eye chakra, if you set your mind to fail, you are going to fail. But if you set your mind to overcome, if you set your mind to overcome, you will do exactly that. Work on your third eye. I'm getting emotional because it's been a trying day, you guys. But I'm here, and you're here too, Sharonda. And if you work on this third eye and you learn to trust in yourself and your intuition, the results of your hard work is represented by the energy of the King of Wands and the King of Cups. You get there. Finally, you get there, Sharonda. All of this work that you have been doing from day one, you get there. You have this mastery of your emotions and mastery of your energy. And you are not so easily triggered by what happens on the outside world. And emotionally, you are finally in control. And you do not have to worry. You don't have to have this anxiety or go into bouts of depression and isolation when things do not go your way, because you know that everything happens for a reason, and you will continue to be patient and you will not lose faith. Sharonda, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. It has been a trying day. And that message was for me too. You will get there. And I'm right behind you. All right, Tawana. I don't think she's here yet though. Tawana, are you here? Yeah, spirit is awesome. They were speaking. You are so loved and adored, brother. Thank you, Sharonda, so much for everything. I am you get there. And what an amazing birthday present. Right around your solar return, do you get that level of mastery in the king energy? Because the end of the retrograde will be around your birthday during Cancer season. All right. I do not think that Tawana is here, so I'm going to go ahead and skip her. And Miss Ruby is next. Didn't I tell you? I see. I'm Cancer rising, so it doesn't take very much for me to cry anyway. So, and my Sagittarius moon laughs at my pain. All right. Ruby, thank you so much for your donation. Let's follow in with your Mercury retrograde reading, looking into how your faith will be tested in this time period, the chakra that you will need to work on, and the lesson you'll learn to overcome your challenges, and then for your donation, the results of your chakra healing work. We have maybe a third eye chakra theme going on tonight. Or throat. All right, Ruby, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how your faith will be tested during that time period is represented by the energy of the Six of Cups, clarified by the High Priestess, a card of faith. You are going to be using your gifts either through your own spiritual work and healing, or as a light worker your own self, is how your faith will be tested. Either you will I would not be surprised if this is a throat chakra card right here. Either you will have like a lot of people that reach out to you with a lot of problems, Mercury retrograde, people coming back, and you are busy counseling people or giving people a lot of advice. And so your faith is tested in that way, because with the Six of Cups, there is some karmatic past life or past influences that are coming back here. Six of Cups is connected also to family, children, and childhood. So your faith is being tested along those areas of spirituality, family, children, as well as having faith that your wishes and dreams will come true. High Priestess is the energy of prayers. And so you have to believe that your prayers will be answered during this time. So look out for the triggers in those areas during the Mercury retrograde period. The chakra you need to work on and the lesson you need to learn, Ruby, is, what did I say? Throat chakra. Throat chakra is blocked. Throat chakra isn't just what we say, it's what we think in our mind, what we don't say. And judgment is the lesson that you need to learn. I understand that everyone has their own unique past and challenges. Everybody is different. And just because something did or did not work for someone else doesn't mean that you will follow in that road. So do not compare yourself to others when it comes to having your prayers answered or getting something you desire related to these areas. So, Ruby, if you do this chakra healing work on your throat chakra, the results are represented by the energy of the Hierophant, clarified by the Five of Swords. A Five of Swords is surrendering, knowing where you cannot change things, how there are some limiting circumstances that are not within your control, but by having that faith and patience, knowing that things will work out for your family with the energy of the Hierophant. Both of these cards are fives here, Ruby. After this Mercury retrograde, there will be some significant change in your life, probably connected to the house that Mercury is in Cancer today, which is fourth house energy, family, children, or whatever house that Cancer rules in your chart. And I don't remember what that is off the top of my head. So definitely check that to see how this happens. But your family is directly affected. Traditions and the things that you truly value. There's a change with that number 5. So put in that work so you can get your what you have been asking for. Thank you, Ruby, so much for your patience and donation, and I pray that your reading resonates. All right, Lachelle. I got you, Lachelle. Thank you. All right. Hey, Tawana. Tawana is here. Tawana, let's go ahead and get to your reading, and then after Tawana, we will take care of Raven. Tawana, we're doing a Mercury retrograde reading. I'm focusing on your test of faith energy, how your faith will be tested during the Mercury retrograde. We enter in the shadow period on next Tuesday. The chakra you need to work on during that time, and for your donation, Tawana, the results of your chakra healing work. Wow. Yes. This is just a slowdown. You should not be discouraged by any type of delay in Mercury retrograde. It's a test of faith reading for a reason. Tawana, let's get started. So your test of faith, how you will be tested during this time, is represented by the energy of the 9 of Cups, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. A Wheel of Fortune is completion. It is when the next door of the phase to your life begins and an old phase ends. Karma, destiny is playing a factor. So with seeds that you sow, you will be able to reap. However, there's some delay here with being able to getting your heart's desires and your wishes fulfilled with the energy of the 9 of Cups. Something that you have been working on, either you're already at the tail end of this project or this goal or this healing work is being delayed here. Either something's coming back in the Mercury retrograde to trigger you, saying you're not quite done, or it's just a simple distraction. It is only a delay. I'm not seeing in your energy where this will be a challenge that you would not be able to overcome. So whatever you are already working on, if there is a slowdown during the Mercury retrograde, Tawana, you need to push through here. Adversity. The chakra you need to work on during the time period is happiness. Absolutely. Your heart's desires and emotional fulfillment. Happiness. I know that being happy means that I am on the right path, is what that card says. And you need to be working on your heart chakra here. These triggers are meant to block that. Heal the heart chakra. Green stones, rose quartz here. Unconditional love for the self and others, as people may play a huge factor in these delays or blockages during this time. Tawana, the results of your chakra healing work is represented by the energy of the Fool, clarified by the 4 wands. It's just a delay. A Fool means you got your new beginning. You're back at 0, start. And the 4 wands is the spiritual ascension and awakening 1111 energy, where anything that is thrown into chaos during Mercury retrograde is set back straight, as it should have been prior to that energy. I wouldn't worry about it, Tawana. Work on the heart chakra energy. Thank you so very much for your donation and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. I'm not happy at work. Tawana says, yeah, my job is stressing me out. But yes. Yeah. It's something that is meant to end. It's taking some time to end during this time. Don't let it discourage you. All right, Raven is next. Raven, thank you so much for your donation. Goddess Rain Tarot on IG. If you are not following her, you should be. She is an amazing clairvoyant. Raven, let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy, your test of faith, the chakra you need to be working on, and then the results of your healing work. Wow. There's a maybe a communication chakra blockage. Yes. You're a boss. Period, point blank. And you're a boss. Raven. Let's get started with your Mercury retrograde energy. For your test of faith, how you will be tested during this time is represented by the energy of the Two of Swords, clarified by the Chariot. You are your own worst enemy, and that's why you need to continue to tell yourself that you are a boss during the Mercury retrograde period. With the Two of Swords, there's this confusion, this mental restlessness about what should I do. There's some doubting in your ability to succeed and overcome your challenges with the energy of the Chariot card here in your energy. Chariot card is a card of victory, so why are you doubting? It's Mercury retrograde. Just because things slow down or there's some miscommunication does not mean that you have not been making the right decisions thus far. So look for some triggers concerning miscommunication and a delay in receiving and sending information with the Two of Swords present. The chakra you need to be working on during this time is grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. It is your sacral chakra that needs some work during this time. And that makes sense, because I was hearing you, she's a boss, you have to have a strong sense of self and a strong, healthy confidence and ego to be able to carry that energy of a boss. Grief, there is something that you are in charge of something. Either you are the primary worker, you have the most responsibility, or you benefit the most from something that is going to cause you confusion, and there will be miscommunication during the Mercury retrograde energy, and you're in charge of this. I'm not sure where it relates to. So it may be a whole life concept, and there's a lot of grief associated with your ability to make decisions during this time. Don't doubt yourself here. Be confident in your abilities to make the right decisions. It's just a delay, Mercury retrograde. The result of your chakra healing work here, Raven, is represented by the energy of the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Six of Swords. A Queen of Wands energy is fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, which may be in your chart, Sun, Moon, or rising. If not, you hold that wand. You're the boss. The Queen of Wands knows she's hot stuff. She has high energy. She's charismatic. She has the ability to attract people just by her spunk and her spark. She also is usually in charge or in positions of authority. Queen of Wands also has a lot of responsibility. She's always on the go, fire energy. And with the Six of Swords, you, through your own independent mind, Raven, will be able to find the solutions to your problems that incur during the Mercury retrograde period. Don't look so much outside. It's good to get advice, but asking too many people, it's like too many hands in the pot, and it just confuses you even more. Try to rely more on your independent self during this time. Raven, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. All right, Talisha's next. Talisha, are you still here? Mimi, Chelsea, and Maya. Thank you, Sharonda. If you have submitted a donation, you do not need to stay. However, you will need to contact me to let me know that you did so that I can know where to send your reading. All right. There we go. Thank you, Positive for Life. All right, Talisha, let's get started with your reading. After Talisha, I'll be moving on to my free reading list. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Talisha, let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy, focusing on your test of faith, how you'll be tested during the time period, the chakra you need to work on, and the result of your healing work. All right, Talisha, let's get started with your reading. So, how you will be tested during the Mercury retrograde period is represented by the energy of the Judgment card, clarified by the Chariot. And so, a judgment is the resurrection of issues, problems, and people that we thought were resolved that come back to haunt us. So, there could either be something that you thought was finished, where you find either some errors or that something needs to be redone, or you have to go back and change your plans with the Judgment card energy. Judgment also represents being able to make final decisions. There could be some triggers concerning contracts, business partnerships, long-term deals, and legalities during the Mercury retrograde period. So do look out for triggers in those areas. You're concerned about being able to succeed with the energy of the Chariot, and being able to have all the resources that you need in order to be victorious. Chariot is the seventh card in tarot, and 7 is faith. And this is how you're going to be tested by old things and old problems returning. It's typical Mercury retrograde energy. However, it has something to do with a whole life concept. There's a domino effect with this area that is reoccurring. So if there is, say, an issue in career, it not only affects your career, but it may affect your health, and it may affect your family, and so on. So look at it on a broader term where these triggers will occur. The chakra you need to work on during this time, Talisha, is for forgiveness. Yeah, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So there seems to be other people involved in this Mercury retrograde energy for you, Talisha, where someone may actually return to you either to want clarity or to want to clear up some confusion, or they are coming back to ask for your forgiveness and understanding. It is affecting your sacral chakra here in this energy, and there was a wounding of your ego or your confidence from the original event, and now that it has returned, you're losing you're doubting yourself or your abilities here in this energy. By working on your sacral chakra, Talisha, the results of that work is represented by the energy of 2 of Swords, clarified by the 9 of Cups. So you no longer deny yourself emotional satisfaction here. 9 of Cups is having your wishes fulfilled, and sometimes you are the primary beneficiary of that. You may have sacrificed your needs and wants, and now this is returning, where you are either put in a position where you either have to make a similar sacrifice, and you need to choose yourself in this point, or something that you had been praying for, you no longer doubt that this will be granted to you with the Two of Swords. You deserve to be happy also. You deserve to have good things also. And just because you don't have anyone to share that with doesn't mean that you're in the wrong. It's for you only. For forgiveness, I would look for someone to come back during the Mercury retrograde time period here, Talisha. Um, it's up to you what you want to do with that person. But whatever this is, you should not let this hold you back from a wish fulfillment in the future. Thank you, Talisha, so much for your donation and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. All right. Mercury retrograde starts on the 12th, but the shadow starts on the 2nd. And it ends on, and Mercury retrograde ends on the 12th of July. So Mercury retrograde starts on the 18th of June and it ends on July the 12th. But we still have 2 weeks post pre-shadow period. All right. Took care of my first 5 people on the donor list, and now it's time for my free readings. It's Queen. You are up next. Yes, Larissa. And this retrograde, we just had a new moon in Gemini. Mercury will be retrograde mostly in Gemini. And we have like 4 other planets retrograde too. And there's a lunar eclipse on the 5th of July. I mean, put me under a rock. It's a hot mess, the energy, a hot mess. All right, it's Queen. Thank you for your patience. We're going to look into how you will be tested during the Mercury retrograde period and the chakra that you need to work on during the time period. I would not be surprised if it was a solar plexus chakra healing that you need to do. All right, it's Queen. Let's get started. So your test of faith, how you will be tested during the Mercury retrograde period, is represented by the energy of the Empress card, clarified by the Magician. Empress is the 3rd card in tarot, representing the sign of Libra, the Magician, the sign of Aries, which may be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. If those signs don't resonate, it is your divine feminine that is being attacked by the attacked. Wow, that was aggressive, Spirit. It is your divine feminine energy that is being attacked during the Mercury retrograde period. So either there is a threat to your ability to feel safe and secure and nurtured and loved. There may be some issue in the home where there's either conflict or turmoil, or your responsibilities and duties become so overwhelming that you have a hard time being able to dedicate yourself to self-care, either getting proper rest, nutrition here, or there's just a lack of general support during the Mercury retrograde time period. Attacked is the word that Spirit gave me. And there's an issue with power and control with the Magician here. The Magician is saying that there may be some issues or triggers concerning authority figures during the Mercury retrograde. So do look for the triggers there. Magician is also saying that your vibrations are going to be decreasing in the retrograde period. Your ability to manifest your heart's desires is also being triggered during this time. You will have to make yourself a priority, and it may be a challenge. So look look out for that energy in the time. The chakra that you need to work on during this time period is it's the third eye chakra. It's worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. There's a lack of nurturing and love and support during the Mercury retrograde time period. And because you have an absence of something that you are used to having, you are concerned. It's just the Mercury retrograde. It temporarily removes some sense of nurturing, love, and security from your life. And you now have to rely primarily on your own self to give yourself that support and to provide in multiple areas of your life with the magician and the empress card energy. Thank you, it's Queen, for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. It's Queen says, oh yeah. Don't try not to worry. Your third eye. Amethyst is the go-to. Wearing the color purple and burning purple candles on Thursdays are how you can heal your third eye chakra. Surrender, another third eye card. Trust in your intuition. All right, Larissa. Let's get started with your reading. Larissa said, I'm ready to go. I got things to do. And Mercury retrograde comes and skirt is what I heard. Skirt. I would root chakra. I would not be surprised if it was a root or sacral chakra blockage or healing that you needed to do. Larissa, let's get started with your reading. Like I said, Larissa, you've got things to do. You've got plans. You've got the energy. You're ready. But yet everything else around you seems to be moving at the pace of a snail. The way you are being tested during the Mercury retrograde time period is represented by the energy of the Temperance card, clarified by the King of Wands. Both of these are fire sign energy, with the Temperance representing the sign of Sagittarius and the King of Wands, all fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. They may be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. If not, you have more energy than the universe right now, and you're trying to make moves. You're making plans. You're trying to either relocate, make these changes. You're trying to do something, be in inertia. But the Temperance card is saying that there's something out of balance, and it is your masculine energies that are overthrowing your feminine energies during Mercury retrograde period. And the tension comes from the slowdown from the outside world. So work on your aggression, that tension energy, that emoji, that's you during Mercury retrograde. You're so anxious and restless during this time period. You're going to have to be patient. In times of delay, just recharge. Do something that you enjoy. Take a break. You're going to have to take a break because spirit is going to force you by putting these delays here in your life. So anything that you are working on or that is currently requiring a lot of your energy, you may be experiencing triggers and delays in those areas with the King of Wands energy. The chakra you need to work on during this time, Larissa, is imagination. It is your third eye chakra that you need to be working on during this time. I embrace and nurse the creative aspect of my mind. Yes, relaxing, going into la la world, dreaming here instead of being so logical and practical and focusing on real world things. You're not having fun during Mercury retrograde period. So work on your third eye chakra by trusting in your intuition when you get these signs saying I should probably stop. I keep pushing and things keep closing or things keep delaying. I should probably take that as a hint to rest. Temperance, balance, moderation. It'll be a focus of your energy during Mercury retrograde. Larissa, thank you so very much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Yes, relax, Larissa. Yes. You will have to. Spirit will slow things down so much that you have no choice but to go and get your nails done, because you either have done everything and you're waiting, or things are just slowed down. Arabian Princess is next. That's what Princess from. Arabian Princess, are you still here? After Arabian Princess, I have Tiana, and then Christine. All right, Arabian Princess, let's get started with your reading. I saw the Emperor card. Let's see if he comes back out. And maybe a heart chakra work to do with the cup energy in your Mercury retrograde reading. Arabian Princess, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how you will be tested, your faith will be tested during the time period, is represented by the energy of the Seven of Cups, clarified by the World. So the World is the 24th card in tarot, which equals the number 3, which is expansion, growth, creativity, freedom to live yourself and be truthful here. And it's being stifled during the Mercury retrograde period. You either want to travel, you're looking forward to a vacation, a break here, going somewhere, meeting people from a distance, or being able to have freedom to roam with the World card. This is also energy of some cycles that are ending for a new beginning. However, the Mercury retrograde is slowing them down because there's some confusion and doubt concerning your emotional connections. And that's why I was feeling a potential heart chakra healing that is needed during this time. Seven of Cups brings that energy of doubt and confusion. You could be wishing something and hoping that things work out, but in reality, you may not be looking at the situation or the relationship or person realistically. So Mercury retrograde brings back these issues or these problems to make sure that you are walking on the right path. So do be looking for triggers concerning people and things you have an emotional connection to, and just some overall confusion, a tug of war between the head and the heart. The chakra that you need to be working on during this time, Arabian Princess, is it's happiness. Yeah, heart chakra. You need to work on it. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. That's what Mercury retrograde is here to do, to make sure that you are sure that this is what you really want. So be careful what you wish for. If you ask for an ex to come back during a Mercury and Venus retrograde, I hope it's a good ex if it's relating to romantic relationships, because they may come back. Don't forget, Venus is retrograde too, you all. Arabian Princess says, "Wow, yes. Hey, be careful what you wish for. Is what your spirit guides want me to tell you. And if you're wishing, be specific. I mean, super nitpicky, because when I ask spirit for $1,000,000, I book like 7 readings in a day. So you have to be careful what you wish for." All right. Tiana is next. Are you still here? You are very welcome, Arabian Princess. Thank you. Tiana? Tiana? Thank you, Arabian Princess. That's always accurate. Thank you. If I am mispronouncing your name, I apologize. Tiana. Christine, are you here? There may be a delay in the chat. If so, I apologize if it appears that I'm rushing you to respond. Christine, are you still here? Vin, are you here? No, Tiana, Christine, Vin, Jelly Low, are you here? Okay. Somebody's here. I've got people in the chat. All right. Let's get started with your reading, Jelly. These red. Okay, let's focus on your Mercury retrograde energy, your test of faith, how you will be tested during the time, and the chakra that you should work on in that period. It's fire energy suggests a potential attack of cards, a potential a blockage in work needed in one of your base chakras, either the solar plexus or the sacral chakra. Maybe root, but I feel more sacral or solar plexus. All right, Jelly Low, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how your faith will be tested during that energy is represented by the King of Wands, clarified by the Six of Pentacles. King of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It could be in your sun, moon, or rising, or in the chart of someone that is either, I heard testing your nerve, plucking your nerve is what I heard. And so be mindful of that energy. As the King of Wands, you're in inertia. You've got things to do. You have a lot of high energy, and you are trying to take action here. It's something that you are working on during the Mercury retrograde time period either will take even more of your energy, or you will find yourself to a point of exhaustion and will need to ask for help. But there's a sense of pride that keeps you from reaching out to people with the Six of Pentacles card. So there's two turns here. You're burnt out because you've done too much. You need to ask for help and you don't want to. And so there's this trigger of feeling like a burden. So you'll experience issues around that. And on the other side of the coin, people may be reaching out to you asking for your assistance, and you do not realize that you are running on E and don't have as much resources to actually give. So do look for triggers connected to your career, your physical health, and your time, energy, and money during this time. The chakra you will need to work on, Jelly, during the time period is acceptance, the third eye chakra. Your lesson is I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So with the Six of Pentacles energy, Jelly, it's an energy of service, Virgo energy, where you want to do a lot and help people. You cannot save people. So people that come back, issues and triggers of codependency may happen in Mercury retrograde, but you have to let others deal with their own problems and karma. A third eye is the intuition of knowing when to surrender, when to let the divine take over, or let other people be able to make their own independent judgments and decisions. You need to decipher who is truly worth your time, energy, and love during Mercury retrograde and who is not. That's where you're going to be tested. Jelly Low, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Jelly Low says, yes, I always get things done myself. Tired. Please do not get burnt out during that time, because things that happen, injuries and delays that happen during the retrograde period, it takes even longer to recover because it's Mercury retrograde. So you could be on an adrenaline rush and be so burnt out that you may have to take like a day or two off to just be in bed, and it completely defeats the purpose of all the hard work that you had done. So please do ask for help when you need it. And you are very welcome. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiana, Christine, Bad Girl Vin, did you all come back? Marlene, are you here? Yes, thank you. Yes, you're exhausted. I feel it too. I don't think you really know how tired your body really is. So please get some rest. Hey, Papa. Thank you so much for joining me. Both my free reading and extended list are currently closed. But I do these readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please do thumbs up, like this video, and subscribe to my channel because I do my free readings on a first come, first service basis. Marlene, are you here? Yanni, are you here? Golden Moon, are you here? Make this bigger. Hey, Cinnamon Toast Toasty. Carol, are you here? Cinnamon Toast Toasty is here. That's okay. If they come back before I sign off, I'll get their readings. But until then, Cinnamon Toast Toasty, let's look into your Mercury retrograde reading. Root chakra. I feel there's a potential root chakra healing that's needed. Or sacral. Orange and red. Cinnamon Toast Toasty, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how you will be tested during this time period is represented by the energy of the King of Pentacles, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. Pentacle card energy represents Earth. So this is our practical, realistic matters. So be looking for some either delays or triggers and reoccurrences of issues connected to your physical health, your career, and your family, and finances with the Pentacle card, because it represents money. A King of Pentacle, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be in your chart or the chart of someone that is a part of a lesson that has to be learned in the Mercury retrograde period. King of Pentacles, if those signs don't resonate, show you in a position of authority. Either you are an entrepreneur, you're working on your professional and personal development, you're trying to be organized in your routine, balancing work and home life issues. But the presence of the Four of Pentacles show that you are you're scarce. Either one, you're pinching pennies, you're pinching and rationing your energy here because you do have so much going on, and the Mercury retrograde is exacerbating that by adding more responsibilities and duties and limiting your ability to do very much and have fun during the time period. Or you're being stingy with the low vibration energy of the King of Pentacles, or dealing with a stingy person. King of Pentacles in the low vibration can be very superficial. They're workaholic. They associate their self-worth with their material possessions and money, and when it comes to giving and receiving, they're very frugal. So do be mindful of those energies, or dealing with people in those energies during the Mercury retrograde period. Mind your resources. The chakra that you will need to work on during this time, Cinnamon Toast Toasty, is the crown chakra, relationships. That people are playing a factor in this reading. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So relationship doesn't all, it's not restricted to romance. A career and a relationship with your boss and your peers is still a relationship. You need connections that are life partners and not soulmates. And there is a need to discern between the two during the Mercury retrograde period. Things that do not value and appreciate you and deplete your energy is soulmate energy. Something that you learn a lesson but are not meant to grow with you. So do take that into account. Crown chakra is literally a test of faith. Either there is an issue with divine timing, or there's some karmatic debts that have occurred that need to be settled between people during the Mercury retrograde period. So the finances, career, and family with the Pentacle card energy. Thank you, Cinnamon Toast Toasty, so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. And Cinnamon Toast Toasty is a Taurus. Yes, listen, Taurus are very. I've never in my life met a broke Taurus, ever. You all will tell us that you're broke. What broke really means is I only have like 10K in the bank. Don't overwork yourself during this time period. Just because you have that option, or opportunities are given to you, doesn't mean you have to accept everything. You have to have some fun and some rest during the time, okay? And Cinnamon Toast Toasty says, thank you so much. And yes, please. Hey, Yanni. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Yanni. There must have been a delay in the comments because I'm just now seeing, yes, I'm here. So I'll go ahead and do your reading because of that may not have been either of our faults. And then I'll move over to my extended list with Shawnee and then Ty. So Yanni, let's focus on your Mercury retrograde energy, how your faith will be tested during the time period, and the chakra that you'll need to be working on in that time. King of Pentacles and the Four of Cups wanted to show face. Let's see if they come back out. Maybe heart chakra. I'm not sure. Yanni, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how your faith will be tested during this time is represented by the energy of the Devil card, clarified by the Ace of Wands. So the Devil card is the 15th card in tarot, representing the sign of Capricorn, which could be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or the chart of someone that plays a major factor in this Mercury retrograde energy. Capricorn is Saturn, restricting, limiting, requiring a lot of discipline. And the Devil and the Ace of Wands has a lot of passion involved. Either there's an obsessive, possessive energy when it comes to relationships, or fixed ideas, or how you like to take action or deal with conflict with the Ace of Wands energy. Or there could be some energy of codependency related to getting your physical needs met. I'm trying to be PG-13, if you catch my drift. Or you could be dealing with the issues of others that try to either abuse their position of authority in relationships, because there's a romance some emotional connection to this energy, or it's just simple low vibration, codependent toxicity in the devil card energy. In the Ace of Wands is your ability to manifest the resources you need to get away from these lower vibrations. Uh, Yanis. There is a karmatic lesson that needs to be learned here, connected to masculine energies, dealing with men, how you use your authority, and how you deal with conflict here. So anything that you have a karmatic past life debt connection with may be returning during the Mercury retrograde period. So do look for those nagging relationships that just don't go away. This is not new, what is happening. The chakra you need to work on during the Mercury retrograde time period is it's relationships. Yeah, it's somebody here. Um, it it's somebody here for you, Yani, that is either coming back, or it's a past life energy that's here to throw you off when it comes to establishing healthy boundaries. Something that does not respect your boundaries, or where you will give yourself away for this person or this thing. This is where your triggers are coming from, and it's your crown chakra that you need to work on. Divine timing and literally faith. Selenite, clear quartz, wearing white, and meditation will help unblock your crown chakra. Thank you, Yani, so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Definitely look for people to be coming back with this energy, Yani. Carol, I have you on the extended list. And I had you on the free list here. Hey, Golden Moon, I'm still here. Carol's on the extended. Carol, since you are on the extended list, you do not have to stay. No one who has submitted a donation has to stay. You can get your reading sent to you in a link. And in effective in June, I will no longer be doing extended readings during the live feed. I'll do them all through private readings, at least for the month of June. Okay. So I took care of my fifth person on the free reading list. Shawnee is next. And then after Shawnee on the extended list, it is going to be Ty Irock. If you have submitted a donation and you would like for me to send you your reading, please let me know where to send it. Otherwise, I won't be able to. Yani says, girl, you ain't lying. Spill the tea. I've been celibate for 2 years. I've been shaking the devil. I've been shaking the devil away. The temptation is real. Getting your physical needs met. Like I was trying to be PG-13. The temptation is real. So definitely look out for those triggers in that time. All right, Shawnee. Let's look at your Mercury retrograde energy, focusing on your test of faith, how you will be tested during this time, the chakra you need to work on, and for your donation, the results of your healing work. Wow. Crown chakra. I would not be surprised if that's the one you need to work on. All right, Shawnee, let's get started with your reading after I lay these cards. Okay, now let's get started with your reading. So your test of faith energy, how you will be tested in the Mercury retrograde, is represented by the energy of the star, clarified by the justice. It's heavy. Whatever is happening in Mercury retrograde has a whole life effect. It is affecting everything. Whatever is on delay, whatever stops, whatever miscommunication occurs in the time period has a domino effect on multiple areas, and it is involving your ability to maintain your faith with the energy of the star and the justice card, faith in your higher power, and the faith that karma and that justice will be served. If there have been any conflict, or if things just simply are not fair during the Mercury retrograde period, uh, you can be looking for those triggers to be coming back, especially as it relates to karmatic connections, relieving karmatic debt from your life, any incurred debt from the family, and being able to heal star card energies from those limiting restrictions. There can be also some issues dealing with legalities and contracts during the Mercury retrograde period. So if you do have to sign or commit to something during the time period, Shawnee, please do look over it very carefully and ask questions, even if you think it's not worthy. Get clarification before committing yourself during Mercury retrograde period. There's a need to heal some type of wounding that you've carried over from the past life during this time, so expect triggers in that area. The chakra you need to work on, Shawnee, during Mercury retrograde is its abundance, your root chakra. Wow. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. This makes sense when I look at your result card energy. You are not a victim of the circumstances to which you were born into. Just because things have happened in the way in the past doesn't mean it has to continue to happen in that way. Just because it's some generational curse or something that you has been passed on to you does not mean that you'll pass it on to, that you'll continue to live that, or you'll pass it on to your children. Abundance gives you that power of manifestation, the power to use the law of attraction in your favor. So you have to mind your vibration, Shawnee, during Mercury retrograde, because if you are in a low frequency, you are going to attract even more limiting circumstances. So mind your root chakra. Signs of a blockage in the root chakra include issues with your career or with finances, some issues with safety and security in the home, as well as issues with your physical health. So if there's any type of karmatic debt or some healing that is needed in those areas, expect to have to deal with that during the Mercury retrograde time period. Walking outside in your bare feet, connecting with the ground, being in nature, wearing the color red, and burning red candles on Mondays and Wednesdays are the best ways to heal root chakras, as well as carrying red and black protection stones. Shawnee, if you don't already have hematite, snag you some, because when you are tapped out energetically, it will break. You're going to need some additional sign to show you that you need to rest or remove yourself from some situation or energy. Shawnee, the results of your chakra healing work is represented by the energy of the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Pentacles. So you become more disciplined, you become more mature, more refined. Any types of duties or responsibilities that are given to you during Mercury retrograde, you have a hold on them. They're not overwhelming you. You finally find a work-home life balance from the things that cause you chaos during Mercury retrograde. And the Seven of Pentacles shows that your patience and perseverance will pay off. Things that you are invested in, your professional development and career especially, will improve after the Mercury retrograde period, thanks to the healing that you do in the root chakra. King of Pentacles is also Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So that could either be in your chart or in the chart of someone that may assist you during that time. Shawnee, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Shawnee says, well, dang, this hit home. I'm speechless. Yeah, you are Capricorn rising, Shawnee. So yeah, Capricorn represents the 10th house. So this is Saturn, wherever Saturn is in your chart, issues with the father or parenthood or just duties, responsibilities, and issues with authority. 10th house issues may come up in that time. And that's why root chakra, that's why you have a root chakra blockage. All right. Ty, are you still here? Thank you, Positive for Life, so much. Ty, are you here? Johnny says, okay, this makes a lot of sense. Good. Yes, definitely. All right, Ty, thank you so much for joining me. Let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy, focusing on how you're going to be tested during the time period, the chakra you should work on, as well as the results of your healing work. Wow. There could be some triggers or issues connected to family and career and finances during Mercury retrograde for you as well, Ty. I would not be surprised if root chakra blockage or sacral chakra was in your energy. Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Yes, yes, yes. I just want to do that. All right, Ty, let's get started with your reading. I'm not worried about Mercury retrograde, this Mercury retrograde energy for you, and you shouldn't be either. How your faith will be tested during the time period, Ty, is represented by the energy of the King of Pentacles, clarified by the Prince of Pentacles. So we've got like a parent-child thing going on here, Ty. So either there is triggers and tests of faith connected to your role as a parent or caretaker, or as a supervisor if you're in charge of people at work, or there's like a teacher-student dynamic here where you are either in a position of authority and are dealing with subordinates that are just being pains in the butts, or people that are just inexperienced and you have to teach them and that causes you some burden, or you yourself are getting some new opportunity at something that is involving family, career, finances, and you're struggling with the fact that you have to start over and that you are learning something new. Complacency is never a good place to be. So any new opportunities that come back up, or a second chance even, may give you some doubts or some worries, but you should not limit any new opportunities that are presented to you in Mercury retrograde. It is not always bad. It can bring back a second chance that is positive. As this relates to other people that you're either in charge of or caring for, love them unconditionally. You may have the knowledge, you may very well be in the right, you may very well have the authority, but people grow in their own time, so you will need to be patient here. King of Pentacles is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but there could be a heavy focus on your roles and responsibilities when it comes to parentage and work in the Mercury retrograde period. The chakra you need to work on during this time, Ty, is that tongue tie. It's your third eye, discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. You know, sometimes you have to grit your teeth and sprinkle a little sugar on your words of encouragement as you raise people, or groom people at work, to be their better selves here. You're leading something or someone, and having a hard time with your followers. I see, Ty, a mama duck, and then the baby ducks just doing their own thing, and she's trying to waddle and make sure they all stay in the line. This is the issue that you're having. Discipline. Your third eye chakra will give you that intuition. Trusting in your gut instincts will help you understand the true issues that you're having with the people involved in this energy. What is on the surface is not really the problem, so you are going to have to dig a little bit deeper with interpersonal relationships during this time. So the results of your chakra healing work, Ty, is represented by the energy of the Seven of Swords, clarified by the Strength card. Strength card is the eighth card in tarot, representing the sign of Leo, which may be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or the chart of someone that either you are teaching or plays a factor in this parent-child or this teacher-student dynamic that's going on in your reading. Courage and faith to face your fears, and you bring that and instill that in the people that are involved in this reading too. That is the result here of your chakra healing work. You have a tendency to doubt yourself or second guess things, and then you always are regretful. You're learning to trust in your gut instincts and to move forward on that with your ability to make some decisions. You may have to face the fear with starting something new and to put yourself in that student position as well. And you will be fine if you have to, especially if you get a second chance at something, Ty. Look into it before you shut the door on yourself. Thank you so much for your donation and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. So, hey Marlene. Ty says mother child, yes. And you have a Leo child. Yes, I have to manage up. Exactly. Manage up. That you have a Leo child. My son is in the 5th house, which is a Leo house. We can be something else. We can be something else sometimes. It's about us, me, my needs, my wants, my creative self-expression. I feel that you'll be fine, and whatever lesson that needs to be learned will be resolved in the time period. Lisa, are you here? P-Love, are you here? Hey, Lisa. Thank you very much, Ty. You are so very welcome. All right, Lisa, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. I keep seeing the 3 of Pentacles. I don't know if it'll come out. Didn't even get to be a surprise. Yeah. Yes. All right, Lisa, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how your faith will be tested during the time period is represented by the energy of the 9 of Swords, clarified by the Chariot. Worry, doubt, anxiety here, insomnia, sleepless nights, making plans, revising plans, and then revising the revisions is what you will be dealing with in the Mercury retrograde period, because of a fear that you will reach the finish line with something that you are already working on, some project or some long-term goal. The Chariot card is saying that you're looking to be victorious, you're looking to be successful and be able to overcome any obstacles that occur during this time period. And the 9 of Swords is worry. Worry solves nothing. If you look at things from the glass half empty versus half full, it will always seem pessimistic. There will always be some type of gloom and doom over any situation. So with this energy, you have to be able to find the solutions to your own problems using your independent mind here, and know that you will be successful in this energy. This is not the Chariot. This is the Six of Swords, but it looks like the Chariot card because of your result card energy. Six of Swords shows that you are worried about moving, relocating, traveling, or commuting here. But you have to rely on your independent mind to find your own solutions, Lisa. Yes, it's good to get advice from other people, but if you ask too many, you end up getting confused. And that's why you make plans and you revise them. You ask 5 more people, and then you change those up as well. It's this Chariot card and the Three of Pentacles that I keep seeing for you, Lisa, which is Three of Pentacles is miscommunication. So whatever contracts that you're dealing with, or long-term commitments, or verbal agreements with other people during the Mercury retrograde, make sure that you have some type of transcript or a backup here, that you get someone to have a second look before you commit yourself with the stress in the sword card energies. Insomnia may be a big issue for you during this time. The chakra you will need to work on, Lisa, during this time is your heart chakra. I didn't even get to choose this card. It flipped right over. You're having a hard time finding joy and a reason to be happy because of some delay or something that's caused you a lot of stress, worry, and anxiety during Mercury retrograde. Humor is the lesson. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And that heart chakra says that you have to practice a state of gratitude, even when there's a delay or a perceived scarcity. Be thankful for what is going right and what you do have. Work on healing your heart chakra. Green and pink stones, rose quartz. You can burn pink candles on any day and green candles on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The results of your chakra healing work, Lisa, are represented by here it is. Here's the Chariot. The Chariot card clarified by the sun. That's why I was seeing it, because I did pull it. The Chariot, you will be successful. The sun is a renewal of your faith, hope, and optimism. Also, any type of ego wounds or wounds to your pride or sense of self-worth will be healed thanks to you working on your blockages in the heart chakra that you will incur during the Mercury retrograde. You will be fine. It is a test of faith. And 7 says that there is some patience and some delays that may happen. Get you some rest, Lisa. Worrying does you no good. And if you make a plan prior to the retrograde, you may not need to change it during. Retrograde does confuse you. If you've been on the right path, there's no need to question it just because of this energy. Thank you, Lisa, so much for your donation and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Lisa says, I'm a Virgo. We worry. Yes. I have a 6th house stellium. I completely understand. There's this sense of perfectionism that you have when you apply yourself to anything. So you expect the same in return. So when people and things don't work in the way that you naturally operate, this is when this anxiety and this doubt and this worry happens. Everything will work itself out the way it should be. So just try to be happy and find reasons to laugh on purpose, even when there's chaos on the outside. You're very welcome, Lisa. Hey, P Love, let's get started with your reading. Oh, the Lover's card is at the bottom of that deck. All right, P Love, let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy. The Seven of Cups and the Six of Swords. I didn't choose these cards, but they were the two cards that were at the bottom. Seven of Cups and the Six of Swords. Let's see if they come back out. Your deck does not want to split. Yeah. No. Confusion. The Seven of Cups energy still came back out, but it's still here. I would not be surprised if there was a heart chakra healing that was needed during this time. Heart or third eye. There we go. Yes. All right, P-Love, let's get started with your reading. So how your faith will be tested during Mercury retrograde is represented by the energy of the moon, clarified by the devil. So the two cards that I saw previously when I shuffled your deck were the Seven of Cups and the Six of Swords. Confusion, indecision concerning emotional connections, and being able to compromise or find solutions to your individual or joint problems. So this could have something to do with something or someone you have an emotional connection to, the triggers during the Mercury retrograde. With the moon card here, this is an exacerbation of the lower vibration energy of the Seven of Cups, of idolization, tunnel vision, unable to see past your limiting circumstances in front of you, as well as confusion because your emotional connections are getting in the way of your logical, practical mind. With the presence here of the devil card energy, representing the sign of Capricorn, there could be a karmatic connection with a soulmate that may return, or someone with a potential to be life partnership, but there's a hard lesson that needs to be learned during Mercury retrograde. Or there are some issues concerning codependency, obsessive compulsive needs here with the devil. Moon and devil card energy together, P-Love, can also, it can be a signal of something wrong in the mind, whether this could be something as simple as anxiety or something as serious as like psychosis, where someone isn't all there. Something needs some serious healing, inner shadow work to be done. And this is what is coming back up. Fears, your worst nightmares here concerning emotional connections, attachments, codependencies is what is happening during the Mercury retrograde. It is a heavy energy, P-Love. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, although I'm trying. So you really have to be mindful of your vibrations during Mercury retrograde, because there, with the moon card energy, there's this obsessive need to worry or doubt or just fear that people are out to get you. You're dealing with this dynamic between yourself and others during Mercury retrograde. So look out for that energy, especially if you or someone has Capricorn in their chart, or Pisces with the moon card energy. The chakra you need to be working on during this time, this is a soulmate. There's a soulmate energy here. Your crown chakra, it is a test of faith, P-Love. Relationships is a lesson you need to learn. I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. Not all soulmates are life partners. So wherever there's an imbalance or lack of reciprocity is where you're experiencing these triggers, and people may be involved here. The lesson you need to learn, the result of your chakra healing work, working on your crown chakra, having more faith in your higher power to lead you away from toxicity, is represented by the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. There is going to be some ending, or you will come to a major conclusion to end or complete something by the end of the Mercury retrograde period here, P Love. This is not anything new that you're dealing with. The Nine of Pentacles shows that you establish emotional and financial independence here. You, if this is relating to love, you may choose to be single, or you may want more autonomy in your relationships. And the Ten of Pentacles shows a need for prosperity, but prosperity that is earned by your own merit here. So definitely look out for relationships, family, and even a career with a heavy Pentacle card energy during Mercury retrograde. Okay. Thank you, P Love, so much for your donation and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Hey back, girl, Vin. Vin, if I skip you, as long as you come back, I will still get to you on the free reading list. The names are read just to show where I am in my list. So you don't have to leave if I have skipped you on the free reading list. As long as you return when I am reading that list, I will give you your card message. P Love, you are very welcome. All right, Lachelle is next. Lachelle, let's get started with your reading. Marlene had to leave, and Golden Moon had a bad internet connection. You all, please don't leave. Just because I have skipped you for the time being, does not mean you will not get your reading. I just need to keep the list moving. Lachelle, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading, looking into how your faith will be tested in this time, the chakra you need to be working on, and the results of your healing work. Thank you, Positive for Life. My bracelets are so pretty, y'all. The Mercury retrograde could be affecting your physical health and your resources, time, energy, and money. So it could be a focus on career here with the retrograde. Spirit wants me to pull 2 cards for this chakra thing, healing, Lachelle. So I will see if there are multiple colors in your cards, because there could be 2 chakras that Spirit really wants you to work on healing. Or there could be a blockage in the root chakra, which is the base chakra. And if you have a blockage in the root chakra, usually there could be another one that is also affected. Okay, Lachelle, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how your faith will be tested during that time period is represented by the energy of the 2 of Pentacles, clarified by the 6 of Pentacles. So Pentacle energy represents earth energy. So taking care of your day-to-day duties, obligations, responsibilities, your family, your physical health and well-being, as well as your career and finances play a focus during the Mercury retrograde. With the 2 of Pentacles, you've got a lot going on here, Lachelle. And not only do you have your own life to worry about, it's other people that also may need your help during this time period with the 6 of Pentacles. So you really need to mind your resources, because there could be a tendency to take on way more than you can handle during this time. 2 of Pentacles shows you having to be at 2 places at once. Either you're juggling between a decision, there's indecision here, between something involving those areas, or you're doing double duty. You've got to work and do this at the same time, or you're playing a double role here, and you're requiring more of your energy and even money during the Mercury retrograde period. With the 6 of Pentacles, moderation is paramount, and you are struggling during the Mercury retrograde period to maintain that equal balance. Reciprocity. If you're putting in more than what you're giving into, that whatever that is that's depleting you is the first area where you need to take a little bit of step back here. Do not give too much time, money, especially if anybody comes and asks you for these resources. Please make sure that they are worth it and that they truly deserve it, so that you are not abused during this time period here. The chakra you need to work on during this time, Lachelle, is your solar plexus chakra. Fear is the lesson for you to learn, and it is your root chakra that is blocked. Look at all that red. Do you see that? I'm realizing that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So, there could be some triggers, Lachelle, during this Mercury retrograde, of times where you were abused. People took advantage of you, and you may be confused on who to share your resources with. You just use your power of discernment. You've got to ask the right questions to see if they actually deserve it, because the opposite of this is to be stingy. Instead of giving too much, you don't give enough. And so you build up these barriers, and it prevents you from receiving love and support in return. And then people become stingy with you. So you've got to find that balance here during Mercury retrograde between selflessness and selfishness here. Your solar plexus is represented by the color yellow. Signs of a solar plexus blockage, Lachelle, is victimhood and a lack of willpower, feeling like you cannot change these circumstances. The results of you healing your crown chakra, either through burning yellow candles on Tuesdays and Sundays, wearing the color yellow, and carrying yellow stones, such as yellow calcite, is represented by the energy of the Lovers card, clarified by the Page of Wands. So the Lovers is the sixth card in tarot, representing the sign of Gemini, which may be in your chart or the chart of someone that influences this reading. Lovers is relationships, interpersonal relationships, equal give and take, and reciprocity. And the Page of Wands is the student, someone that's willing to take a risk in love, willing to allow themselves to be more vulnerable, to share with other people. And this is the result of this healing work. Lover's card is also an energy of discernment, choice, and you do have a choice. No is a complete answer. You can say no if you don't have enough to give. And with the Page of Wands, it may be something new, establishing these boundaries and using your power of discernment that you are walking into. And although you don't have as much experience with where this is relating to or being in this energy, you are learning to be more comfortable in it. Michelle, thank you so very much for your patience, donation, and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Lachelle says, I went through a breakup during this pandemic. Lover's card is soulmate energy also. This may return. It may not be completely over. Mercury retrograde gives us second chances. It is not always bad. And if you have been overly defensive and feeling victimized, you're getting an opportunity to learn to let your guard down. That second chance. It's not always negative here. All right. Lachelle was number 10. So, hey, Positive Rise Tarot Core, thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Lily, thank you for joining me. Both of my lists are closed, you all. I do these readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please do thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell if you haven't already, as my free reading list is a first come, first service basis. If you would like to get a guaranteed weekly reading, you can submit a donation, and effective in June, you will have your private reading sent to you through a video link. Okay. Ben, are you still here? Christine, Tiana, Marlene, Golden Moon. Christine is here. All right, Christine, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. We'll be focusing on how your faith will be tested during the time period and the chakra you need to work on in that time. I would not be surprised if there was a sacral chakra a healing that's needed during this time period, represented by the color orange. All right, Christine, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. How your faith will be tested in this time is represented by the energy of the Three of Wands, clarified by the Strength card. Strength card is the 8th card in tarot, representing the sign of Leo, which may be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or the chart of someone that has an influence in this reading. It is a test of courage and faith here, and also a strong sense of self-worth and pride that is happening in this time, and it is involving your long-term goals and your future plans with the Three of Wands. You're waiting for things to come into fruition here, for something that you've put hard work and energy into, and you may be expecting something to be finished or completed or achieved during the Mercury retrograde period in the month of June, and there is a delay. So there is some doubt or worry and anxiety that you will get what you deserve, or that the results of your hard work will actually happen. The Strength card is asking you to be brave. Understand that everything happens in divine timing, and it does take some type of courage to explore, especially when it comes to making these goals. You may have to make some changes during the Mercury retrograde period. It gives you a time to revise your existing plans to make sure it is in alignment with your higher path. You could be experiencing some triggers when it comes to taking a risk here, or thinking outside of the box creatively with the Three of Wands and the Strength card energy. Christine, excuse me. The chakra that you'll need to work on during that time is, it's your heart chakra, happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. You just because you experience a delay does not mean that things won't happen and come into fruition. Your long-term goals and plans can still happen, but you cannot deny yourself because you are fearing taking a risk with the Strength card energy. Sometimes opening yourself to be loved unconditionally requires a test of strength and courage. Being vulnerable is a sign of strength, because you are allowing someone the opportunity to hurt you. You are allowing some entity to give them power over you to be affected in a negative way. But things don't always have to end badly. Things can work out in your favor. And so as long as you can remain faithful that these things will come true, you are going to get some type of wish fulfillment by the end of the Mercury retrograde period. Just work on your heart chakra. Heart chakra healing, pink candles on any day, green candles on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, as well as carrying pink and green protection stones such as malachite and rose quartz will help heal this heart chakra. Thank you, Christine, so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Kennedy. No, you're not off the list. I just haven't got to you yet. Hey, Golden Moon. Did Vin leave? Marlene, let's get started with your reading. You are very welcome, Christine. All right, Marlene, let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy, focusing on how your faith will be tested during that time period and the chakra you will need to work on during the retrograde. There could be a focus on interpersonal relationships here during the Mercury retrograde period for you, Marlene, and some triggers surrounding that. And maybe a throat chakra blockage or throat chakra. Marlene, let's get started with your reading. So, how your faith will be tested during Mercury retrograde is represented by the energy of the Justice card, clarified by the Five of Pentacles. You're going to be feeling like things are not working out in your favor, and that you get one step forward and you get knocked back 10 steps here in the Mercury retrograde. A lot of frustration concerning contracts, agreements, any types of obligations that you made with other people, with them committing to their half of the agreement, as well as your resources, a career, school, and finances with the Pentacle card energy. A Five of Pentacles is abandonment. It's an energy of scarcity. So you're either feeling like you don't have enough help or support, either from people from positions of authority or the law, where it may resonate, or you are feeling that abandoned, left out in the cold. Things are just not fair. Things are not working out in your favor. Mercury retrograde is here to confuse you. You may be triggered during this time concerning lack of nurturing support from family members, as well as any types of issues with your weaknesses and insecurities concerning work and money with the Five of Pentacles card. Uh, Feelings that you don't have enough or you won't have enough may reoccur in this time period. Justice also is the 11th card in tarot, Marlene, representing the sign of Libra, which may be in your sun, moon, or rising, or in the chart of someone that influences this reading. The chakra that you will need to work on in the Mercury retrograde period, Marlene, is it's your sacral chakra. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. It's the lesson that you will need to learn. Justice is karmatic energy, and everything happens for a reason, even things that are misfortunate, and we may not ever know why that bad thing happened, why that bad relationship had to happen, why something unfortunate was placed in front of us, those circumstances that you had no control over. Regardless of why, it still teaches you resiliency in the face of adversity. And whatever decisions that you made in the past that may come back to haunt you in the retrograde period was the best decision that you made during that time. So you cannot blame yourself or others and feel regretful because of some old news that just is brought back up in the retrograde. Feel through your feelings, but learn to let that go. Dealing with issues concerning your sense of self-worth, your ego here, and pride are affected during this energy. So you're going to have to work on the sacral chakra. It's represented by the color orange. So burning orange candles on Mondays and Wednesdays, wearing the color orange, as well as carrying orange protection stones, orange and red even, such as carnelian, may help you when it comes to dealing with issues concerning prosperity and abundance of the self during Mercury retrograde. Thank you, Marlene, so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Marlene says, yes, my landlord looking for work. Yes, yes. Oh gosh, Marlene, I can feel that, especially with this Justice card energy. If when it comes to contracts and legalities, if you need help, reach out to an expert. If there is something that you have to sign or something that you have to commit yourself to, get a second opinion, overlook it, multiple times before you sign on that dotted line with wherever this is resonating. Karma again with the landlord. There's definitely some type of relationship between the two of you here, and the Mercury retrograde is bringing that lesson back to you. I will definitely be keeping you in my prayers, Marlene. Okay, golden moon. Let's get started with your reading. Vin, are you here? Did Vin come back? You are very welcome. I really do pray that helps you, Marlene. At least you can try to be as prepared as possible. All right, golden moon. Let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading, focusing on how you or your faith is being tested in this time period and the chakra that you should be working on. Maybe crown chakra blockage. I'm not feeling a huge blockage for you, actually, golden moon. Golden moon, thank you for coming back. Hopefully your Wi-Fi is working. So let's get started with your reading. How your faith is being tested during the Mercury retrograde period is represented by the energy of the Four of Cups, clarified by the Fool. A Fool card is the very first card in tarot, the number 0. And 0 is that in-between energy where you've ended a major phase or project or completed a goal in your life, but there's still some uncertainty about what to do in the future. It requires you to take a risk and a leap of faith with the energy of the Fool card to start something new. Whatever is happening is testing your emotional capabilities during Mercury retrograde and your ability to maintain peace and serenity during this time. Four of Cups is usually like a wait and see time period where you either need to recuperate, relax, take some time off before moving forward. And so Mercury retrograde may slow things down for you just to give you a break here before you start something new. You could be triggered during this time period of any time where you had to step outside of your comfort zone and it did not work out in your favor. And so now you're tiptoeing around the issue or this new beginning here and doubting things. It literally is a test of faith. During times of delay or mental confusion, that's when you need to either pause, meditate, pray if you're a praying person here, but you cannot let your peace of mind be robbed during this time. Golden moon, the chakra you'll need to work on in the Mercury retrograde period is humor. It's your heart chakra. Yeah, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. You're worried about this new beginning, taking some risk. You're being pretty pessimistic when it comes to the future. And Spirit is asking you that even when things don't go right or there's a perceived sense of scarcity during the Mercury retrograde, that you find a reason to be happy and laugh on purpose here. And humor practices the art of gratitude. All of this is not working, but I woke up today and I was able to brush my teeth even though I did not want to. I put on some clothes and did my hair even though I did not want to. It may not be a huge accomplishment to some people, but depending on your energy level or how strained you are emotionally, it could be a big accomplishment in that time. So take a break, relax, go have fun, do things that make you happy, spend time with people that you love and care about before you start something new. This delay just gives you a time to take a break here in this time, golden moon, and get connected more with your spiritual self. Thank you so very much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Golden Moon says, yes, relax. I pray a lot. Yes, definitely. Praying and healing is what's going to help you. And, heart chakra is that unconditional love. So, it's a reoccurring practice on how you need to love your good and the not so good sides of yourself and others. All right. Afei, are you here? Golden Moon says, true. I just said that earlier today. There are already things here now that makes me proud. Good. That's very good. That's the way to look at it. I wasn't feeling a major blockage for you, actually. Just be happy. Enjoy life here. I'm not feeling a major blockage in Mercury retrograde for you. Afei, are you here? Sage is here. Sage, let's get started with your reading. Keep the line moving. Wow, I can't shuffle your cards for anything, Sage. They just want to jump out. This is the Eight of Swords, and it has come out in the reverse. So let's see if it chooses to come back out. Yeah, 10 of Wands. There's some like stress, some heavy burden, feeling limited and restricted during the Mercury retrograde period, or it's requiring a lot of hard work with this 10 of Wands and 8 of Swords. So you don't have as much freedom. Say a potential sacral chakra healing during this time for you, Sage. All right, Sage. Let's go ahead and get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how your faith is being tested during this time period is represented by the energy of the Ace of Cups, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So when I was shuffling your cards, I was trying to keep them from jumping out, and the Eight of Swords managed to show itself, and it came out in the reverse. You are trying to find solutions to external circumstances that have continued to restrict or limit you. Either people in positions of authority, that you've got to follow these rules, you got to follow a contract agreement, or listen to what other people have to say, that is limiting your either creative expression or your overall freedom during Mercury retrograde. And the Nine of Pentacles in the Ace of Cups is a need for some independence, emotional and financial independence. And your faith is being tested because of the energy of codependency. So you may be experiencing some level of scarcity during this time, or fears of that. And you may have a tendency, Sage, to want to go back to your security blankets. Or if you have been a rescuer, or you've saved other people and you've been a security blanket to others, they may come back to you to get that same level of stability. This is how your faith is being tested. The Nine of Pentacles is the independent person, emotionally and financially. And the Ace of Cups is providing your own self-love and taking care of your own self and having enough for that and for others. So we're looking at these energies here concerning maybe even a work or home life balance, or taking care of you and others, a balance between the two. The chakra, Sage, that you want to be working on during the Mercury retrograde period is your solar plexus chakra. That's exactly why that Eight of Swords kept coming out here. Signs of a blockage in the solar plexus is victimhood, a feeling that you cannot get away from limiting reoccurring circumstances. It's like as soon as you get on top, it's like here comes something else again. And it could be because you have to follow somebody else's rules or abide by, the laws of a land or something. You don't have as much power as you would like. So there's this solar plexus healing that is needed. Service. I feel good when I can help others. But what about yourself? It's got to be an equal balance here. Independence. Not only do you need to have your own independent stage, but you have to teach others that they have to rely on themselves at times too. And so we're working on this energy here. You can heal your solar plexus chakra by burning yellow candles on Sundays, and yellow is Sunday and Wednesday. Definitely Sunday. Wearing the color yellow, being out in the sun, vitamin D helps you with the solar plexus chakra, as well as carrying around yellow stones. I'm going to recommend citrine for you. Citrine is a prosperity stone stage because the Nine of Pentacles says that there is a issue of self-worth or money and property involved in this Mercury retrograde reading. Carrying around citrine attracts things to you, but you are what you attract. So you have to maintain high vibrations when you carry around citrine, because if you're in a low vibration, you're going to continue to attract limiting circumstances here. Independence is the thing in Mercury retrograde for you. Try to maintain it and instill it in others. Thank you, Sage, so very much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, Eliza Thornberry. Hey, welcome, Eliza. Both of my free and extended lists are closed. Also, my weekly readings are general. If you need specific guidance for an area or question in your life, you'll have to book a private reading, and the details of those services are on my website in the description of my video. If you would like a free reading, you can come back next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell, as the free reading list is a first come, first service basis. You are so very welcome, Sage. Thank you, Positive for Life, for helping me. Afea, did you come back? Vin left. Tiana left. Afea, Seba, are you still here? Seba? Shell was a nation. Lucille, are you still here? All right, Positive for Life. Jennifer, are you here? Jennifer Garcia, Seba, Lucille, Jennifer. Positive for Life is here, of course. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, I'll go ahead and do your reading, and then I'll do Positive for Life's reading, and then move on to my donation list. Jennifer, thank you so much for being patient. Let's look. Woo! The Seven of Wands. Let's see if it comes back out in your reading. Let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy, Jennifer, focusing on how your faith is being tested in this time period and the chakra you'll need to work on during the retrograde. All right. Seven of Wands, I saw. Let's see if it comes back out. Seven of Wands is boundaries. All right, Jennifer, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So, how your faith is being tested during this time is represented by the energy of the Chariot card, clarified by the Ten of Wands. You're a strong person. You're very independent. You constantly find yourself carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And during the Mercury retrograde period, it is becoming even more obvious that you do have a lot going on, and that you are responsible for a lot, and people and things depend on you. So you could be experiencing some triggers concerning family and your duties and obligations during this time. Anything that takes a lot of your time and energy. You could also be getting more responsibilities or more work here, or may have to redo things at work in the retrograde, and it causes you some frustration. The presence of the Chariot card shows doubts with your ability to be victorious and to find the solutions to your problems successfully here. The Chariot card is the seventh card in tarot, and seven is faith. And this is a test of faith reading. And you have to have faith, Jennifer, that these circumstances will not always continue, and that you will not always have to carry the weight of the world alone, and that you will have people that genuinely want to help and support you, and will walk with you on that journey, so that you are not overwhelmed. Ten of Wands, when that comes out, can be a sign of a root chakra blockage, represented by the color red, because you're overdoing it here. And if you've already not been able to get enough breaks or enough rest here, it's becoming even more apparent during the Mercury retrograde how much you need this help and support or rest. So take care of your physical health during the time period, Jennifer. The chakra you will need to work on during the Mercury retrograde is your third eye chakra. It's trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yes, you do have a lot going on, a lot of things you are responsible for, but you can find the solutions to your problems independently, um, even in the absence of the support of other people. You may reach out during Mercury retrograde for help, and you may get it, but I heard redo. So either it's not done to your standards, or for some reason you're still involved. You're not getting as much help and reprieve as you would like. With the third eye chakra, you have to trust in your natural ability and your gut instincts to make decisions, even when you do not have all the necessary information that makes you feel comfortable and secure in the decision making process. Intuition here. It's Mercury retrograde. When it comes to getting all the information from other people, all the right documents here, things being scheduled on time, you can expect some delays during Mercury retrograde. Just use your gut instincts when you have to go through any types of distractions in this time period. You can heal the third eye chakra by carrying purple stones. Amethyst, lepidolite is also a very good stone. Charoite, charoite, I cannot say that word. It's also very good. It has purple in it, and I thought I had one, but this is lepidolite, and it is purple stone. Amethyst is a go-to because it's easy to find. And burning purple candles on Thursdays will help heal any blockage in the third eye chakra. Thank you, Jennifer, so much for your patience for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Jennifer says, yes, rest, especially taking care of 3 kids. My legs feel weak and tired lately. I'm telling you, it's something about those 3 kids. It's a lot, especially when there's an age gap bigger than 3 years. It's a lot. You have to find time for yourself, even if you have to schedule it in your day like an appointment. Do it, but you got to commit to it also, Jennifer. You're not, a robot. You will break down with that Ten of Wands energy. All right, positive for life. I will go to local Walmart or Target to buy candles. Yes. Purple It can be a glass encased candle, or it can be one of the freestanding candles. If you do get a freestanding candle, get the shortest one, like a 4-inch candle. You don't need to have the big long tall stick candles. It all works the same. The only difference is when you have the pillar candles, because they're noveas, and they're meant to be burned over a period of 7 days. All right, Positive for Life. Thank you so much for helping me, as you always do. Let's go ahead and get started for your reading. Since you are a moderator here on my channel, you are guaranteed to get extended readings every time you show up. So let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading, finding out how your faith will be tested in this time period, the chakra that you'll need to work on during the retrograde, and results of your chakra healing work. Yep. Third or heart chakra. I would not be surprised if that is where the healing work will need to happen. Wow. I don't get to choose cards on my live feed sometimes. I would not be surprised if the High Priestess showed up as your results. I'd be very happy if it did. Or Ace. What did I say? I would not be surprised if the High Priestess were to show up in your reading, and here it is right here, your shadow energy. This is an evolution that you're going through right now, Positive for Life. You're evolving from an empath to a clairvoyant. And the difference between the two is an empath feels responsible for others. They come in contact with energy vampires, low vibration situations, and they don't know why. They may feel down, they may feel drained here, have a tendency to sacrifice themselves for others. Clairvoyance, we're not about that life. We love people unconditionally, but we have healthy boundaries. We know how to trust in our intuition to discern who is deserving of our time, energy, love, and money. And a clairvoyant also knows how to remove any toxicity or energy that was placed onto them from outside. You are evolving to be in that space energetically. So let's get started with your reading. How your faith is being tested in the Mercury retrograde period, Positive for Life, is represented by the energy of the Hermit card, clarified by the Knight of Cups. The Hermit is the 9th card in tarot, representing the sign of Virgo, which may be in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or in the chart of someone that places a significant influence in this reading. Hermit card is evolution. It is spiritual evolution. 9 is light working, and you are going within and focusing on your own self, fixing your wounds, healing your shadow side, and taking personal responsibility for every facet of your life. And it allows you to be in this higher state of consciousness with the presence of the Hermit. So self-worth, 12th house issues, past life karmatic issues, wherever Chiron is in your birth chart is where you're going to be experiencing these triggers here in the Mercury retrograde. You're focusing on being more compassionate to yourself and others with the Knight of Cups here. Hermit is going within. So you actually may choose to be in a state of isolation here, despite the need for other people to need you in their life. With the Hermit, it's all about you and focusing on your spiritual healing. So it do experience a test, literal test of faith during this time period. Believe in the divine timing and treat yourself with compassion when things happen in disarray. I was feeling with that energy with the hermit that there may be a potential blockage in the third eye chakra because of the hermit, or the heart chakra because of the cup card energy. And I didn't even get to choose the card. And your blockage is in the third eye. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. A hermit is wisdom gained through experience. So whatever lessons are reoccurring is something that you've already gone through. And if you did not pass the test the first time, Spirit is asking you to do something differently. Do not react in the same way as you did in the past, because you have now evolved, especially as it relates to interpersonal relationships and codependency, evolving from an empath to a clairvoyant. The results of your chakra healing work, focusing on that third eye, learning how to trust in your intuition, practicing your natural psychic gifts, as well as carrying around purple stones such as amethyst, or burning purple candles on Thursday, is represented by the energy of the Justice card, clarified by the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, which could be in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or in the chart of someone that can assist you with this chakra healing work that you'll do in the Mercury retrograde period. If those signs don't resonate positive for life, you evolve to be in the Queen of Swords energy. And Queen of Swords is a self mastery over your communication, being an effective listener, how you express yourself, freedom of expression without fear of judgment, being able to speak your truth even when your voice is shaking, as well as how you perceive things here with the Queen of Swords. You being more careful and more cautious with your plans and your decision and in your speech. Be more responsible with how you think. And the Justice card energy, the 11th card in tarot, where 1111 is spiritual ascension and awakening, is the gate opener. You go through this awakening, and justice is a karmatic reward. So whatever debt that is incurred, that is will be healed in the Mercury retrograde. There's definitely this feeling of a 12th house energy in the Mercury retrograde period. So if you're into astrology, you can look into what sign rules your 12th house, or what house that Pisces rules in your chart. And this may be where you experience your triggers also. Positive for Life, thank you so very much for your patience, for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. All right. Positive for Life says, yes, very true. I'm not about that life. Yes. Focusing on myself. I realize that I'm making that change now. And you're a Libra. Yes. Justice card represents the sign of Libra, and that's air sign energy, Queen of Swords. You're stepping into your true self, and you're doing this unapologetically. You've got to just believe in your own gut instincts, and you usually are right. So just trust it. All right. Let's see where we are. You are very welcome, Positive for Life. Thank you. And yes, to show my appreciation for all your help. It is the very least that I can do to give you your extended reading. And we will stay in touch. I'll keep you updated about June. Golden Moon, Cinnamon Toast, Sage, Jennifer, Positive for Life. Okay. Hey, Miranda. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. I was not able to just stop it. My numbers, I went over both my extended and my free list in within 15 minutes. So I wanted to honor everyone who was here on time. So I got a lot of people. But Miranda, thank you so much for your donation. Let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy, focusing on how your faith is being tested in this time, the chakra that you'll need to work on, and then the results of your chakra healing work. No cards. I want to choose the card, Spirit, please. This is the Nine of Cups. So let's see if the Nine of Cups comes back out. But this could also be relating to something or someone you have an emotional connection to. Yeah. Nine of Cups is the energy of wish fulfillment. And it's something that is your heart's desire. I would not be surprised if it was a heart chakra, heart or crown chakra healing. It would be nice to see a 10 of Cups on the results side. Wow. I could see the Four of Pentacles, and then I didn't say anything, but that's okay. I feel good about it. Miranda, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So, Miranda says, I have a new love interest. The Cancer you told me about before it is slow and steady with me and her right now. Good. Can't, well, I'm biased, but Cancer, a healthy evolved Cancer means well here. We can be needy, but slow and steady is good. Let's get started with your reading. So, how your faith is being tested in the Mercury retrograde period is represented by the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the star. When I was shuffling your cards, the Nine of Cups came out. And the Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment here, having your wishes fulfilled, getting your desires met here concerning love, nurturing, care, and support. And your faith is literally being tested with the presence of the star, that you will be able to reach your happily ever after, and that your new beginning will start. Either you're ending a major toxic cycle concerning your emotional connections. You revealed to me that you have a new interest in your life. So you could be ending this phase if you've had some relationship problems in the past, thanks to this new relationship. However, the Mercury retrograde brings back these triggers concerning the need for healing any emotional wounds with the presence of the star card. It's if everything is fine before the Mercury retrograde, do not let yourself be discouraged when things pop back up. It is literally a test of faith. And the Wheel of Fortune is the 10th card in tarot, representing the sign of Capricorn, saying that as long as you remain disciplined here and look at every aspect realistically, you will be able to end that cycle and move forward. The chakra you'll need to work on during the retrograde, Miranda, is your solar plexus chakra. Your lesson is blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So signs of a solar plexus chakra is victimhood, a lack of willpower, but we all have free will. Yes, our astrology birth chart, spirit, the universe sets the environment and the stage. However, you are still in charge. You still make decisions here, and you have a free will to act or not to with whatever is happening. Blame. Uh, there could have been triggers. There will be triggers during the Mercury retrograde. Times where you gave your power away. Either you gave your power away to your own negative self-sabotage thinking and toxic habits, or you gave your power away to the divine. Sometimes people believe that, they're stuck in this never ending cycle. And once they set their mind to that, that's exactly what they continue to manifest. So you're learning to evolve through the healing of the solar plexus chakra. Wearing the color yellow, burning yellow candles on Sundays and Wednesdays, as well as carrying yellow stones, such as a yellow jasper, and I have one. Yellow jasper will help you get out of a state of victimhood here and strengthen your ability to make decisions using your independent mind. So the results of your chakra healing work, Miranda, is represented by the energy of the Four of Pentacles, clarified by the Six of Swords. So I was looking for a Ten of Cups energy, showing like a happily ever after. I was trying to apply it to love, but it seems that the happiness in this heart chakra healing that is needed is within the self. A Four of Pentacles gives you a sense of security where you can look at your flaws and your weaknesses as vehicles for opportunities for improvement. You say, I used to not be good at this, or I used to not be confident at this, but I have evolved and I've grown to know that I can be better and can continue to do so here. The Four of Pentacles gives you some security and stability concerning your career, family, finances. Any type of health issues that you're experiencing gets back into a stable position after the retrograde period. And the Six of Swords shows that you are able to recover, rest, either take a vacation, or you'll have the funds available for you to travel, visit people, or take some type of vacation. But you will be able to find the solutions to your own problems and not have to rely on other people. Thank you, Miranda, so very much for your donation and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. And Miranda is a Capricorn. Yes. So, Capricorns have a tendency to default to the negative, seeing things in the pessimistic way, and that's because it's your buffer. You don't want to be disappointed, so you just put everything in the may not work out, and if it does, wow, kind of box. You have got to learn to loosen up a little bit here, having some faith here, having fun also, and not being so rigid and looking at things in a negative perspective. Things will change. You are not a victim to these circumstances. There's a major cycle that's ending with the presence of the Wheel of Fortune. It's just taking a little bit longer thanks to the retrograde. Miranda says that she's excited. I would be excited too. So, Capricorn and Cancers are like the bomb diggity. It's like I may be a little bit biased, but even in my own personal professional experience, they work out so well. A Capricorn is that protector, that sense of duty and obligation, and in the Cancer provides that love, nurturing, and support, and kind of softens that rigidness of the Capricorn energy. And Capricorns get Cancers to stop crying and being the big baby about things. It's an equal balance. I'm Cancer rising. The love of my life is Capricorn dominant. He's Capricorn Sun and Venus. So I mean, and I'm bi. Capricorn is my favorite sign. So I have a lot of faith in this. Have fun, allow yourself to be loved, and don't be discouraged by any slowdowns in the retrograde. I am happy for you. And that's their sister Sunshine. Yes. Michelle says I'm a Capricorn too. I love me some Capricorns. Yes, yin and yang. It is a very good balance. Capricorn rules the seventh house for Cancer rising, and the seventh house is the house of marriage and partnerships. It is an organic combination. The two they even each other out very well. So you are blessed. Congratulations, Miranda. All right. Chelsea, are you still here? Maya, are you here? Carol, are you here? I have Maya here. Hey, Maya. All right, Maya. Let's get started with your reading. Hey, Kennedy. Kennedy, it looks like you may be next, depending on who's still here. All right, Chelsea's still here. Okay. All right. Chelsea, let's get started with your reading, and then after Chelsea, Maya, we'll get on to yours. Chelsea, thank you so much for being patient and for joining me. Let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy. We are going to be focusing on how your faith is going to be triggered during that time period, the chakra you should work on during the retrograde, and for your donation, the results of your healing work. I saw the Ace of Swords, so let's see if that comes back out. The Four of Wands. And Nine of Wands. The Chariot. Let's see if it comes back out. The Lovers. Okay. Chelsea, let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So, how your faith is being tested during this time is represented by the energy of the Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Nine of Wands. So, you're defending everything you have during the Mercury retrograde period. Either it is that you're paranoid about scarcity, or you're just overly defensive about who and what you let into your personal space during the retrograde period. With the presence of the Nine of Wands, the Five of Pentacles is scarcity. You're worried about not having enough or not being enough here. There could be some triggers concerning abandonment or lack of love and support during the Mercury retrograde period. The Nine of Wands is my personal favorite minor arcana card because it is the card of the wounded warrior, where no matter how many times you get knocked down by life and the universe, you always manage to save yourself here, either by using your own independent judgment or your available resources. The Five of Pentacles is showing that you're doubting in your ability to do that here. If you need help, Chelsea, during Mercury retrograde, you have to let people in. You cannot keep those walls up. If you are worried about being taken advantage of in this time period, there's a thing that I say on my channel: build fences and not walls. Because with the fence, you could take advantage of the retrograde period by investigating, re-looking over contracts and obligations, asking the right questions, and you can see who is on the other side of that fence until you do the proper vetting process before committing yourself. Open the gate when you want to. When you build a wall, Chelsea, you see nothing. So you're shooting blindly here. Fences, not walls. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Also, if you find yourself lacking support, know that this is not the first time that you had to get yourself out of a pickle, and that you most definitely can do the same if needed. The chakra that you'll need to work on in the retrograde is your third eye chakra. Yes, absolutely. Purpose is your lesson. I know what I am here to do. Wounded warrior. No matter how many times life knocks you down, you get back up. You set your mind to it and you achieve your goals. Your third eye chakra. Signs of a blockage in that chakra during this time is tunnel vision, being have an inability to see the bigger picture because of immediate limiting circumstances, as well as just overall doubt in your ability to use your gut instincts when making decisions. You can heal your third eye chakra by burning purple candles on Thursday, wearing the color purple, as well as carrying protection stones that are purple, such as lepidolite and amethyst. The results, Chelsea, of your chakra healing work is represented by the energy of the Lover's card, clarified by the Six of Swords. There's a mending. Anything that is thrown into discord during the Mercury retrograde will be resolved by the end of this period. The Lover's card is the sixth card in tarot, representing the sign of Gemini. It may be in your chart or the chart of someone that is assisting you or is influencing this reading. And the Lover is the soulmate energy. So there could be a soulmate or life partnership dynamic involved in this reading, where you are either a light worker or a teacher, or there's someone that you are following that's helping you evolve in your spiritual ascension. Six of Swords is showing that you do find the solutions to your problems. There any delays concerning contracts, communication, and travel is resolved, as Six of Swords brings back this harmony and balance. As this concerns you personally, the sixth card, Lover's energy, is choice, and you always have a choice, and you have to rely on your gut instincts during the Mercury retrograde. You're not going to have all of the information. And the Lover's card and the Six of Swords does show you being able to find those solutions independently. Chelsea, thank you so very much for your donation and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Maya says, "Yay, Chelsea." Chelsea says, "Wow, yes, yes." Especially, sometimes if this is relating to other people, Chelsea, sometimes people come into our lives to show us our ugly side, and we do the same for others. Especially if there's a twin flame dynamic here, you learn from that. And the difference between a soulmate and a life partner is a life partner grows with you. You grow together. Soulmates, there's an inequity there. So you definitely use your power and discernment when it comes to other people also. Thank you, Chelsea. Hey, Anna Rowe. Thank you so much for joining me. Both my free and extended lists are closed, and my Thursday readings are theme based. I do not do personal questions. If you would like to have a personal question answered, I am booking private consultations, and all my listed services are on my website, which are listed in the details description of the video. I also do the free readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell, as my free reading list is a first come, first service basis. All right, Maya's next. All right, Maya, thank you for your patience. Let's look into your Mercury retrograde energy. I would not be surprised if there was a sacral chakra healing that is needed in this time here. Sacral or heart. Wow, those cards were shuffling. I know that's right. Cards shuffling so well. Nine of Swords shows that you are anxious or worried or concerned that something is not going to work out here during the Mercury retrograde period, Maya. So let's go ahead and see what that energy is for your reading. Your test of faith energy, how your faith is being tested during the Mercury retrograde, is represented by the energy, the Two of Wands, clarified by the Sun. The Sun is the 19th card in tarot, representing the sign of Leo, which could be in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or the chart of someone that is influencing this reading. Two of Wands shows this restlessness, making a decision, and an inability to do so because of a pessimistic state of mind here with the Sun card present. sun is hope, optimism. It's yes. And either you have to exchange information and you're worried about receiving a positive response or reaction, or you're doubting giving that type of response during the Mercury retrograde period. You have to think on the positive side of life here in this energy, Maya. And the sun in the Leo energy is asking you to be prideful and joyful, find reasons to be happy even in this restlessness in the Mercury retrograde energy. Your vibrations can teeter on the low side in the retrograde, Maya. So you've got to keep your frequency high. Stay happy. Find a reason to smile. That's how you increase your vibrations. Laughter also increases your vibration. Playing with animals, children, dancing, singing, using your artistic abilities, that is where you should focus your energy when you are indecisive or you're waiting on someone else to make a decision or to receive some news in the Mercury retrograde period. The chakra that you will need to work on during this time, Maya, is your third eye chakra. Honesty is the lesson that you need to learn to overcome your challenges. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. There's a dialogue that's happening, some important conversation that will be happening during the Mercury retrograde period, Maya. And Spirit is asking you to just be honest. You know, if the answer is not yes and you're afraid of disappointing someone, that those are your honest opinions. If you are afraid of giving your honest feelings or expressing yourself honestly to other people because of their reaction, you you can't help what you think or feel, just be open about it, but also make sure that you're honest with yourself. Mercury retrograde may slow things down to give you an opportunity to revise your decisions, plans, and goals to make sure you are in alignment with where you want to be. Healing your third eye chakra through amethyst, purple stones like lepidolite, burning purple candles on Thursday and wearing the color purple, and just naturally practicing to trust in your intuition. You may have a tingly feeling in your gut that I just need to face my fears and say something. You face your fears and you find out, wow, it wasn't that bad at all. That's how you heal your third eye chakra in this time. So, Maya, the results of the chakra healing work is represented by the energy of the Nine of Cups, clarified by the King of Wands. You get a wish fulfillment by the end of the Mercury retrograde period. Your emotional needs, anything that you are lacking in that time, is being met as a result of your own inner healing work with your third eye chakra. You are learning exactly what it is that you need and the things that can be sacrificed or compromised on in your wants. And the presence of the King of Wands energy is fire sign energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, which could be in your chart or the chart of someone that plays a significant role in this reading. If the signs don't resonate, this is who you evolve to be. King of Wands is extremely confident. They have a strong sense of self worth, a healthy ego, very prideful in everything they do. They like to give themselves a pat on the back. And because of their high spirited energy and their natural ability to stay optimistic and see the positive side of life, they can attract things through the law of attraction and manifestation that work in their favor. And this is what you are learning. So, be honest with what it is that you need. Speak your truth, and you're going, it will work out. Whatever it is that you're worried about, it will work out here. Thank you, Maya, so very much for your patience and your donation and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Miss Eccentricity says, yay, my mind. Maya says, I'm such a people pleaser and very indecisive. And look, Sharona says people pleasing is my middle name. So we are in the same boat. Well, you need to scoot on over and make some room for me in that boat, because I'm also very guilty. I mean, very guilty. Very. But we work on this. It's a process. And, take your time. Be patient with yourself in this process, Maya. Hey, Live Life. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. Both my free and extended lists are closed, but I do my free readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell, as my free reading list is a first come, first service basis. If you need a guaranteed weekly reading, don't feel like making the live feed, you can submit a donation of any amount for next week's reading, and the details of that are listed in the description of this video. All right, Carol is next. Chelsea said, "Me too. It's the four of us sitting on this people pleasing boat. We'll evolve. We'll get better. We'll learn how to tell people no and then not beat ourselves up about it." Carol, are you here? No, Carol. All right. Okay. So I have 6 people in the room. I've got Afea, Seba, Lucille, Mariah, Kennedy, and Marie on my list, as well as Vin, who I skipped, and Tayana. So if you are currently in the chat room and your name is recorded on my list, please let me know so I can ensure that you get your card message today. Carol said to send it to her by email. Thank you so much, Positive for Life, for letting me know. Hopefully Carol sent me her email so I can know where to send their reading. Kennedy, are you still here? Hey, Kennedy. Thank you, Kennedy, so much for being patient. Let's go ahead and get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. We are going to be looking into how your faith is going to be tested during this time period, the chakra that you will need to work on during the Mercury retrograde, as well as how to heal it. Yes. Wow. You could have heavy water in your chart here. I would not be surprised if it was a third eye. I feel more third eye than heart chakra. For the chakra you should work on here, Kennedy. All right. Okay, Kennedy, thank you so much for being patient. Let's get started with your Mercury retrograde reading. So how your faith is being tested during this time period is represented by the energy of the hangman, clarified by the high priestess. Both of these are major arcana. So your ability to maintain your faith in yourself and your divine is critical to your spiritual evolution with the presence of these major arcanas, because these tests of faith are important here. And it is connected with your spirituality, your own natural psychic and intuitive gifts, as well as your ability to think outside of the box creatively in times of delay, with the presence of the hangman in the high priestess energy. Kennedy, the hangman is the 12th card in tarot representing the sign of Pisces. The high priestess, the second card in tarot representing the sign of Cancer. Both of those signs could be in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or the chart of someone that plays an influence in this reading. If those signs don't resonate, you are learning to have faith in yourself. Most importantly, the hangman does bring a period of delays and limiting restrictions, but what spirit is asking you is to strengthen your own intuition to find solutions in the absence of concrete information. It's a Mercury retrograde, Kennedy. So even if you do your proper vetting and research, you still may only have 80% of the details that you need before making a decision. Trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, if you do not feel safe, and in that decision is not rooted in insecurity or scarcity, just don't do it. If you feel confident that that's not the road you should go, or that's not where you should invest yourself into, just don't do it. And you do not need an explanation for that if your intuition tells you so. However, if you are being asked during the retrograde period to face your fears here and to see things from a different perspective, as the hangman may require, you may find that you do have more options than it seems. You need to continue to talk to your higher power, Kennedy, because there could be a tendency to not. You're doubting your faith in this time. The chakra you need to work on during Mercury retrograde is it's your third eye. Yeah, and I knew that. Even though there's a heavy presence of water energy, which usually represents our emotions, this high priestess is what told me that it's third eye, and it is a test of faith in your own self. Worry. I know that worrying doesn't change an outcome, and it doesn't. I know it's easier said than done, but sometimes you have to make a decision and walk away from it. And then if it doesn't work out, then you take it from there. But you at least have to wait for things to come into fruition. Don't cut yourself off before you even get started. And don't put yourself into situations where instinctively it is not safe. You can heal your third eye chakra, Kennedy, by carrying around amethyst and purple stones such as lepidolite. Purple fluorite actually is very good. It prevents you from being attacked energetically. Psychic attacks, fluorite can help you with. I actually recommend fluorite because it's my first time seeing that stone. Fluorite is very easy to find. You may not be able to find one that's completely purple. It may be purple, green, or white. Those are the most common colors that fluorite is. If you can find a piece that has more purple than white, it will help you with your heart chakra, with your third eye chakra. Green in fluorite helps you with the heart chakra, being able to unconditionally love yourself and others. I feel like that stone is going to help you the most during the Mercury retrograde period. Thank you, Kennedy, so very much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Kennedy says, woo child. Look at Maya. Kennedy, yes, in all caps. Kennedy says this is spot on. Oh yeah, absolutely. Here, this is an evolution, and it is critical. These tests are critical, which means it's it may be trying, but you just have to walk away from it, like walk away from yourself. It's you that put yourself in the situation. So make a decision, walk away from it, pray about it, let it go, deal with whatever comes about when it comes. Okay, because you could be worrying for absolutely no reason. And you are very welcome, Kennedy. Thank you for being patient. Sharana says Kennedy is a friend of Maya's. Well, thank you so much, Maya, for inviting your friends to get this reading. That seems to be very, very helpful to them. I love y'all so much. Hey, Sangita, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here on my live reading. Both my free and extended reading lists are closed. However, I do these readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please do thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you turn on your notification bell, as my readings are first come, first service basis. Um, if you I'm assuming you're in Greensboro, Kennedy. If you're not local, let me know. But if you're in Greensboro, Eclectic by Nature has those stones. If you're not in Greensboro, any local metaphysical shop, I mean, fluorite's pretty basic. It's like rose quartz. Everybody has it. If you do not feel comfortable going to a physical store, healingcrystals.com, Crystal, healingcrystals.com, Kennedy, is where I go to get my stones online. And those stones have a lot of high energy. They come from the natural resources. They're very educated and customer friendly based people. Healingcrystals.com. And fluorite, it's very easy to find. Yeah. Yes, Eclectic by Nature. And Eclectic by Nature is not currently open to the public right now. I think Tavane is taking orders by phone for porch pickup. So you can call the store, let her know what you need. She can take your payment over the phone, pack it up in a little brown baggie, and then you go to State Street and you pick it up. She'll have it waiting for you when you get there. Okay. All right. Cy Marie, are you still here? She may not be. What happened to the 19? Thank you for the online recommendation. I ordered shungite necklace from Energy Miss Online. A shungite necklace? Sharonda, you got to share that. A necklace? Is it pretty? Send me a picture. Send me a picture on Facebook. I want to see. When it comes to third eye and root chakra stones, black and purple, I like to have it on my body. This is a black agate. This is a hair tie. This is a black agate bracelet, and I carry it all the time. I wear it all the time with me. And then if you check out Ruby Crush Crafts on Instagram, there are lava stones in her bracelets, and lava stones help heal root chakra imbalances as well. Check out Ruby Crush Crafts on Instagram, or visit your local metaphysical shops for your protection stones. And when you can't go out, healingcrystals.com. I've not purchased stones from any other website. Oh, Energy Muse online. Energy Muse. I've not purchased stones from there before, but I may have to check that out. A shungite necklace. Okay, I have 8 people here in the room, and oh my gosh, it's only midnight. Look at there. All right, let's go back. I have Tiana, Vin, Carol. I will send Carol's email. Afea, Seba, Lucille Vasquez, Maria, and Cy Marie. If you all are present on my list and present in the chat room, please do let me know that you are here so I can get your card message. Thank you, Sharonda, so much. It started a little bit rough, but talking to you all always makes me feel better. Oh, look at my card. Thank you from Ruby Crush Crafts. She wrote me a whole dissertation on my card. I love her so much. Ruby is the bomb. Oh my gosh. See, now I've got to order some more stuff. Positive for life. I know you have a very busy life and very sorry you had a difficult day. It will get better. When you get the chance, let me know what you thought about my situation. I spoke of in the email. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Thank you all so much for your prayers and your healing energy. I mean, I did not think I was going to be here today. And the new moon in Gemini rules my 12th house. Which means I am an introvert, and when I am struggling, I isolate myself. And Gemini is communication, so I definitely was going to go and crawl in my bed and just be in my space this evening and just feel through my emotions, because I really did not want my energy to influence this reading. But my Chiron is also in Gemini, which means I have to work through my wounds by forcing myself to get out of my shell and to talk and communicate with people. And this is what I'm meant to do. And people needed me to be here tonight. And I'm glad that I was able to show up. All right, you guys, everybody who was on my list is not here. So I am going to go ahead and sign off and finally crawl into bed. A couple of announcements. I do have the winner for my giveaway, and I thought that I posted it, but the draft is saved. It was Instagram winner Sami. I'll post it, but it was someone from Instagram that won the giveaway for my last petition. Marlene MJM did ask if I had performed the ritual for the throat chakra 7-day candle, and I wanted to wait until the energy of the moon was in a better position for strengthening, which was after the new moon energy. So for everyone that has been asked to be a part of my 7-day prayer, you will be included. I'm also going to do an additional petition and use the previous full moon in Scorpio's petition for this throat chakra healing. And I will be posting the updates on that ritual on social media. Please do check out my website. I updated that as well. I forgot to send that out. For my services, I have a destiny card, cardiology reports, as well as astrology, birth chart, synastry reports available, and my conjuring services. We are in a waning moon energy, waxing moon energy. And so now is the time for prosperity work. And I will be doing prosperity rituals until the full moon on the 5th of July. So if you need some prosperity work done or some healing work done, please do check out the services on my website. Um, please keep me in your prayers for everybody that is watching or watches later on. My faith is being tested, and I did not have a theme for tonight's reading until 13 minutes before I was supposed to go live, and push through. It's sometimes like your light workers and your spirit guides, we go through our own human ups and downs, and I'm going through some ups and downs myself. So all of your healing energy, love, and support is greatly appreciated. I love you guys so very much. Thank you for your patience for joining me. Wish you all many blessings of love and light. Do look out for the updates on my website that I'll post on social media. But until then, I will see you guys next Thursday. Thank you so much. Bye, you guys.